Hello everybody and welcome in. My name is Yolanda Roos and you're watching my channel of Facilitated Light Well-Being for overall body, mind, and soul. So today I just got home, so I'm recording in my work clothes. So luckily I look okay, my hair's pulled back and stuff. So last night I was listening to videos and understanding this Atlas comet thing that came into our space area, and I'm doing research. I'm trying to understand it. It is a comet that's moving 57 kilometers a second, so it's moving very fast, and it's moving against the trajectory of the normal plane of where our planets rotate, but it's only 3 degrees off. So it's coming from out of the universal area, like our perimeters for our solar system. It is coming in, and there's been a lot of mixed stuff about it. So when it gets to, it's going to be going by Mars. It's going to be there in October, but it's going to be when it's coming through that side, we're going to be on the other side of the sun. So when it comes through, we're not going to be able to see it. It's going to be on the opposite side, and then it's going to go and move like around December, where we'd be able to see it if it, for the path. But our path goes this way, and it's coming like this way. It's technically like what they call retrograde, which means the opposite way of what things are supposed to be, that it doesn't match our pattern. So what I'm thinking, because this is what just came to me, and the reason I'm mentioning it is that there are brand new things coming into our reality, our life. I think there's new things coming that we have never experienced or are brand new, because some of the people that are on are saying that it could be possible, I don't know, like of a spaceship or extraterrestrials or something that was sent to us, around us, to monitor us, to be in the presence, because the trajectory is avoiding Earth, but it's coming right through, and they don't really totally know what it is. This is brand new. It's called like C1 Atlas. It's some type of name. I'll do more on it, but it just kind of struck me, because it's like we said, there's a new beginning coming in. There's a new energy, this air energy. So I feel like even this rock that's come in is totally unknown. We don't know what it is. We don't know if it's an asteroid, if it's a comet. It's entered into our solar system, but it's on the edge and it's traveling, and by the time the trajectory comes through in October, it's going to be on the other side of the sun. So I'm kind of curious to see, but it's not revealing itself. And just like your future, it's not really revealing itself. It's just saying there's something coming in. There's something new. It's a new world, a new thing. Like they talk about, the Bible was talking about like when Jesus comes back in Jerusalem, there's a new world. And I think what they're referencing things to when they're looking at it, that this new earth, this new thing is an awareness. It's an elevated consciousness. It's different timelines, either moving up and down with vibrational frequency. We're either choosing higher frequency choices that'll bring us to a higher trajectory, or we're making bad choices and we're going to go lower, which is going to take us away from our goal. So I got the cards. I'm going to just do a reading, but I just thought that was kind of cool that, there were things that were falling into my scope, and I try to take everything into accountability. So I feel like this new thing that's in our solar system is going to play a part, because before it comes through, there's that lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse, which is very significant that it's in 1 month. And like I said, they're kind of like restarts, like darkness and then rebirth. So I feel like there's some new things that are coming in that are going to take place, that are going to bring in new things, which is good and bad, because we don't know what it is. So we have to that's why they're saying, get ready, get prepared, get your stuff in order, get rested. You have this time, because it's not here yet, but it's coming. And that's what's been showing up. Like since I started doing the videos, it's following this like nice little timeline. So if you're seeing this at a different time, these are timeless messages. So if you're on here and you're visiting, welcome in. We are a channel of facilitated healing ideas, reading the cards, information. I'm an intuitive, like, energy reader. I don't see things, I don't hear voices. They just put images in my mind, and I just go with what has been given to me. The channel brings you messages when you need to see it. Unless you follow it on a regular basis, it'll be something for you, because these are collective timeless messages. So this is going to affect you even if it's sprinkled in. So you have to take it as it resonates in your life, because we're all different. We all have different things. We have different aspects of the planets, the moons, everything. And we're all different human beings. So we're all experiencing life in a different way. But if you really take a look at it, most of the time, in some way or another, we're all kind of on a flow together, because the energy's there and it presents itself. I'm trying a new flavor of Mountain Dew. It's not really good for me. I'm not saying drink Mountain Dew, but it's the end of the day and I needed something to kind of like put a little bump. This one is the dragon fruit one. It's pretty good. You can taste the dragon fruit flavor. So let's see what the cards have to say for you today. Take it if it resonates. If it doesn't, that's totally fine. Don't worry about it. It doesn't have to fit every day. This is more like just keeping you informed, letting you know what's going on. Messages, whatever, things that come to me. So your first card out is the Queen of Cups in reversed. I think at this moment, there is more of taking care of yourself than taking care of others. It is a time that you are not involved in caring for a bunch of people. You might be a little withdrawn. You might be a little protective. The next cup is Four of Cups. This cup is about, a lot of times it's about boredom, or thinking the grass is greener on the other side. But it's also, if you look in the background, it's an offering that you're not possibly seeing because you're distracted, or you're bored, or you don't, it could even be, and I want to say this in a mean way, but a lack of appreciation, or something going on that you kind of like, you're just kind of feeling just bored. Like it's not, nothing's inspiring you. Because that's what you can tell. They made it in this deck the same way. She's just sitting there. She's kind of like, I know it's a Benny, but I like these cards. These are cool. We used these yesterday. So the cup behind her is an opportunity that's coming in. So I feel like you're very closed. You're very in your own feels. You might be just processing and dealing with some things. Because remember, this is a quiet time. But I think this is what's coming to me. Be careful that you're not so closed off that you miss an opportunity, or you don't see something, or you don't appreciate something that is, you can't see it because all you're focused on is maybe the things that are boring you, the things that aren't right. Kind of like distracted. So be careful that you're not missing out on an opportunity, an offer of love, a cup of love, something like that, because either you're either withdrawn, or you're overprotecting yourself because you've gotten hurt, and instead of just being out there and gushy and lovey and everything, you're like, I think I'm gonna stay back here, I'm gonna take care of myself, I've been hurt, I'm been damaged, I'm not feeling super lovey-dovey, or I just want to be in my own feels, like too many people. But what happens is sometimes we get closed off, and especially if we're like, I'm closing off, but sometimes it's like you're thinking, if I could only be over there, or I'm just bored, I don't know what to do, and you're so focused over here, and behind here somebody's like, hey, I want to offer you something, and you're like, no, I'm busy being bored. I don't know, just one of those things. All right, let's see, we got any other cards. Do you have anything to add to this message? There's a couple of them here. So 7 of Cups, choices, something you need to choose. Well, yeah, and that maybe you're kind of in your own feels. There's an opportunity coming up, but what's going to come in is that you have to choose something, and it's not going to be too many choices. It's going to be that there's just options, okay? Then the next one is your Hanged Man, and that is saying when you make your choice, see it from a higher perspective, see it from an open view, or there could be a delay. 10 of Wands, taking on heavy burdens, being in charge. So I feel like you're thinking in this month, because there's a delay, it's going to force you to look at things. You have a decision because there's options that are being placed in front of you or that are coming in. Because remember we said there's new things coming in. But it might be a little bit of a delay because it's forcing you to be able to see the full perspective of the burdens or the responsibility that comes with the choices. Because this is like, I'm the CEO of the company and it's carrying a lot, but it's just being in charge. In the upright, it just means that you're responsible for a lot of things. You're like the manager, you're the family person that takes care of everything. You're the preacher in the church, you're the president of the country or of the company. You are the person that is responsible. So I feel like you're pondering something because you're kind of bored. But I think what's going to happen is because you're bored, you could maybe want something that really isn't going to be beneficial, or you're not looking at the whole higher perspective. Because when you're bored and you think something's better on the other side, that's where that choice might be, that there's a choice and you're going to have to weigh out, and there's going to be a delay that's going to force you or give you time to think about it. Do I really want all that responsibility? Do I really want to take more on? Maybe I do, it could be. But I feel like when you're feeling like something's better on the other side, and now you're getting a choice because something's coming in, there's something behind you, possibly an offer coming in. So with this offer, it's almost like you have choices. Like, do I keep the old? Maybe there's a new one, and maybe there's another one. Maybe there's a couple different choices that you really are going to have to think about, because it could be all three choices are possibilities or are new things, new paths, new things that you're going to do. And I feel like the universe might be protecting you by putting a delay. And the Hangman shows you upside down, because what's happening is you're hanging in the tree, and it's called seeing things from a bird's eye view. You're not in the midst of it. You're looking down at the whole picture. So you're going to get a better idea of what you could be stepping into or the options, because I think the thing that you're stepping into requires to know what kind of responsibility you need to take on, or is it going to be too much? Is it going to be something you can handle? Do you want more responsibility? Do you realize the responsibility that comes with this new job, this new relationship, this new position? Okay, bottom of the deck is 5 of Wands, but it's in reverse. So it's like you don't want to fight, or there's no battle. I'm not gonna fight for it. I'm not gonna battle for it. I'm not gonna giving up revealed knowledge. Oh, maybe something's coming in, and 2 of Swords, having to make a decision without knowing, and nobody can make it for you. You are gonna have to make the decision. I think you're not sure what you want to do, and it's causing you to be in a state of the Hanged Man, because you're deciding, do I really want? And I can feel this, because this is kind of what I'm dealing with, because I could easily step into a management position and help a place that I'm at, but I don't know if I want that responsibility, because it could be a lot, and I have to decide, because when I commit to something, I don't want to get into it and go, oh no, this is too much for me, I don't want to do it anymore, because that's like, I don't want to take it unless I'm really sure that I'm going to commit to it, that I'm going to take it, and I don't know what I want to do. So I totally feel this with, I don't mind the responsibility, but is that what I want to be responsible for? Do I want to be responsible for the store that I work at? Do I want to be responsible for my own store? Do I not want any responsibility? I just want to work and do my thing on the side? Or do I want a different job? Do I need I want the responsibility, but is it maybe in a different location? You know, this is the type of idea. So maybe there's a delay because the universe is saying you have choices. You have things coming in. We don't want you to be too hasty. Maybe you are considering because your intuition is telling you, I better think before I do this. You know, I might want to consider different job options, different positions, different things I can do. Do I really want to fill my schedule? Or do I want to be free? Do I want the extra money? Or do I want my time? You know, so that I think plays a big factor. And I think that something's going to come in because it's showing you don't want to fight. I don't think you're giving up per se, because this isn't the upright. It just means like you've been through hell and back and you're tired. Like, I don't want to fight you no more. Like, you want that? Fine, go for it. I don't want to fight you no more. But there's revealed knowledge. There's something coming in. And then right behind it is not knowing what decision, but you have to make a decision because you don't want the universe making it for you, or it might be where you really do have to make the decision. It's not the option to just let it happen, because there's no right or wrong answer when it comes to the Two of Swords. It means you have to instinctively consider both aspects in what is better for you, or multiple aspects. The decision you make, you're not going to know what the outcome is going to be. You have to look at what's in front of you, use your gut instincts, and make a decision. And then you got Seven of Pentacles, which is working hard, cultivating, growing your garden, your projects, and balance, and doing it on your own. Yeah, I think this is something that you have to figure out the next steps, which is what we talked about before in the other videos. Figuring out the next steps to what you want to do. Remember, it's important because it sets the precedence for the next 15, 20 years, a good chunk of your time. And this is a 9-year that's cycling out and finishing this year. So when we get to the end of 2025, which is a 9, 2 plus 2 plus 5 is 9. Now you're going to go into 2 plus 2 is 4, and plus 6 is 10, which makes it break down to 1. So you're back to a new cycle. It's a 9-year cycle, and it continues. It doesn't end. It just, the new thing starts. So it's that's why I think all this new beginning stuff is coming out and it's presenting itself, because we're on the culmination of finishing a year 9. And this one, I don't think is just what you lay down is not just going to be for this 9 years. I feel like it's 2 cycles. It's a longer cycle, or it's going to make a major impact on the next section of your life, like a chunk, maybe a decade or 2. Okay. So this is angel numbers. Let's see what they have for you. I'm just going to pull out a card. And you got 153. Inner strength. Okay, so this says, positive results are ahead. You have declined the right thing at the right time. So yeah, it was a pause. Like, do I really want to? Like, something was telling you, I need to think about it. And that was your gut telling you to listen. Your angels are applauding this recent focus on self-discipline. The toxic things you say no to produce positive results in the long run. And by making these decisions, you are telling the universe you are worth the effort it takes today to live your best life tomorrow. Sit in gratitude as you reflect on the goodness you've done for yourself when you've said no to something that isn't for you. Yeah, not just taking it. I have to be very careful. My story is I was not rich. I was taken care of, comfortable. My parents, I was an only child until I was 15, and I was always taken care of, but by 15 I wanted to work. I mean, I was 11 saying I was going to move out and have a car. I mean, I was just one of those independent kids from the beginning. I ended up moving on my own at 19, which is not very easy back when I was a kid and stuff. So I worked 2 or 3 jobs. I mean, I was the kid that sold candy at school and I had the lemonade stands, and I babysat, and I mowed grass, and I shoveled snow. I did whatever I could. And it wasn't because I wasn't provided for. I just liked having my own money and I felt like I was in control. Well, 30 years later, money was ruling me still. So I was putting myself in situations or wanting to be comfortable and looking at the dollar bill instead of the overall well-being. Now, when I was younger, I looked at the dollar bill because I had 3 kids and a husband to take care of. My husband was disabled and he got some money, but I became a part of what had to be the main money coming in. And I was okay with that because I like to work, I was good. But the thing was, you get programmed about money. And what I found in the last 10 years of my life, and especially COVID made me see, because it was a shutdown, that money can bring you some happiness, some security and stuff, but not always the complete abundant life. Because if you're working all the time, you can't really enjoy it. You're tired. You might not see people. Like, it was finding a balance between making money, spending money, and having quality extra time that didn't require me to work all the time. Because I was working, 7 days a week, 3 different jobs, So I realized, because I've worked good jobs and I've worked just regular jobs, and if I make more, I spend more. It's just the way it is. So I found that if I worked really hard, like I'm paid off about half of my debt, and I chose to work a job where I only have to work 4 or 5 days. 4 days will pay my bills. I won't be rich, but it is enough, because there are things that I'd like to work on, things I'd like to grow, things like working on my channel here. And this could be something, the reason I'm saying it is this could be something that you realize, that the working all the time and the finances are good. But if it's the only thing that's like motivating you, is it making you happy? Is it giving you the abundant life? Now, listen, if you're working and you're in a good place and you love your job and it's bringing in abundance and you're happy, like you're at a place where you're good, I'm not saying this is for you. This is for the people that work. They don't have time. And sometimes I think you just become like robots and you don't even realize it. And it's like, you're going to be old and then you had the money, but like, are you going to leave it to somebody else and never enjoy it? Did you always just work? Do you always need more things? Do you need more money? Do you, can you live with less? Do you want more? It's okay if you want more. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's finding what makes you happy. The abundant, full life is about being content and happy with the life that you have, the job that you have, the people that surround you, the day-to-day things. Is it lifting you, filling you, making you happy? Like I said, some people, they live on the anxiety of like a busy life or a wild life, or, that they like to be working, because that is, some people like to be going. When I was younger, I loved it. I did. But not so much as I'm getting older. I'm enjoying more of my projects, because I was taking care of kids and doing this and that. So I didn't have time to do my own things anyway. I was a mom. I was trying to take care of people, going to church, doing this, doing that, and I still did things, but I kind of was like, nope, I got to do my stuff. I got to take care of my kids. I wanted to be there. You sacrifice because you love them. You want to be around them. You want to do stuff, and then I worked a little extra to make sure there was enough for the things that we wanted, needed, vacations, whatever, the fun things. Well, now they're all gone. And I'm like, I don't have to work like that no more. So maybe there's a time in your life that's coming up, that there's a transition, that you're moving out of the same responsibility, or maybe you don't even want the same thing. Because I'm changing with this new energy. I don't want the same things I wanted, back even just before COVID. It's changing you. It's maturity. It's influence. It's energy. It's learning. It's growing. It's changing. You're supposed to change. Don't be upset if you're changing. I'm just going to pull a couple little cards for you, and then we'll be set for the today. And we got one pretty quick. Plunge into the sea. All right, so it says, jump in and take a look around. Under those waters are treasures, life, and beauty. Experience all that life has to offer with no fear. Yeah. Live that full, abundant life. Whatever fills you, don't be scared. Like, if you need more, that's great. If you don't need more, it's okay. Slow down. Take care of things. You might have to work on it. You might have to pay a couple things or not spend money. But if you don't want to work as much, you have to see what you can live without. And that's okay. And if you want more, that's good too. but you're going to have to work for it. You might have to rejuggle something or not put money on that and put money on something else that you want. I just think it's telling you live life. Don't let life pass you by. And there's a point that sometimes we get so busy working for all the money that we think we need that life passes us right by. I don't know how you can do anything if all you're doing is working, unless that's where your circle is and you don't care. Or I want to say, if you're single, it might be what fills you and keeps you content, because if you don't have a family or you don't have a person in your life, and that's not bad, you know, but that might be what keeps you full, content, and then you're not lonely because you're seeing your people at work, you're doing this, you're part of that, you're keeping busy, and like I said, that's cool. That's you have to find your happy place, nobody else's, okay? So you have regeneration and abundance, yeah. So we're regenerating, we're recreating the life that we want. And like we said, abundance isn't always just money. I'm having trouble speaking. I feel like Mercury retrograde's still here. Abundance isn't just finances. Abundance is considered full, over, much, a lot. Okay, you get the point. Whatever makes you happy. Some people don't need a lot of money. I don't really need a lot of money. I need some. I need a little more than some people because I like to do things. I love to create. I like to paint. I like to travel. And unfortunately, that requires a little bit of money. But I don't need to live in a big fancy house. I don't drive a brand new car. I have 2 vehicles that are older, but they're in really good condition. I love them. They don't have car payments. I have an inexpensive thing for my internet. I found a good company, and my TV. I don't drive a lot of different places, so when I want to go, it's okay. But I like to create things and make things, so I make a lot of things from scratch, or I buy things on sale. You know, I have like, it's not an addiction. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. It's not bad. I love to find bargains. That's why I used to like to go yard sailing. I'd find treasures, go to the thrift stores. So my abundant life didn't necessarily mean I was filled with diamonds and rubies and I had a big house. And I was excited when I had the money to go yard sailing and to go buy the stuff to make a cool project I wanted to make. That's what I require. Now, that's not going to be as good for other people. Other people may want more. So you have to find what makes you happy. And I think that's what I keep getting for the video. So I don't mean to repeat myself, but that seems to be the message. You need to find what makes you happy, what gives you abundance, what makes you feel regenerative and it recharges you. It makes you feel alive. That's what I think that the video that you're watching is about. Finding things that excite you, experiencing life the way you want experiencing it, doing things that bring happiness and joy, not just doing things for everybody else, because your life can get like that. Listen, I had 3 kids and a husband, a church, a mother, a sister, cousins, whatever. And sometimes we just get so busy doing everything for everybody else that we forget that we need to filleth our own cuppeth. So I hope this will help you. We're going to get, I feel like I should take a prayer card out. You are the light of the world. So shine that light in the world. Be a positive influence, because when you are happy, you are shining brightly. So that is the idea. If you find happiness and your heart and your mind and your body is glowing with the joy within your life, it's going to be contagious and blow out into the world. So find your own happiness so you can shine your light, and it's genuine. You don't even have to try. If you're happy and you're joyful and you're content and you're living the life that you want to live, it's going to show. Guys, have a great day. I hope this message will help you.